I'll call you when we're done. I'll call you when we're done.
An order from the governor.
Yeah.
Your life was suspended. Your life was suspended. Your life was suspended.
We've seen a lot of folks who are saying they're not doing that. They're here, they're on the Capitol steps, staging a more traditional protest here in front of the Capitol building in Lansing.
The police here have resorted to physical punishments for those who breach it.
Da sie der mehrfachen Aufforderung, sich nach Hause zu begeben, nicht nachgekommen sind, wird die Polizei ihre Identität feststellen und Strafanzeigen fertigen. Folgen Sie den Anweisungen der Polizei.
Now, to take measures to contain the virus, they have begun enforcing their COVID curfew more strictly with a measure of tear gas. The crowds of people had gathered to catch the last ferries out of Mombasa. Here's some footage from India during their 3-week quarantine with incredibly harsh enforcement.
Police here have resorted to physical punishments for those who breach it. Footage has emerged from Mumbai of them beating motorists with their batons in multiple locations. At one point, police are seen ordering locals to do squats. And they're not the only ones given humiliating public punishments. Some were made to do press-ups at the side of the street.
We have joined the police patrol in the townships. Wherever we go, everyone runs away because they know they shouldn't be on the streets and they're afraid. The officers on duty seem anxious. They admit they can hardly keep these huge areas under control. The enforcement of the lockdown is anything but systematic. It appears random. This man couldn't get away fast enough.
We're supposed to be in his house. This is a lockdown, and you don't have any reason to be outside.
He's been fined for 1,500 rand, about 80 euros.
You have that kind of money?
No, I'm not working. That's why I was going to my brother to take a food.
The man says that during the arrest he was kicked and beaten by the police.
Patches of this video, April 15th, thousands in Michigan have also descended upon their capital to protest their loss of rights in this lockdown.
You're looking live at our state capitol, surrounded by protesters this noon. Those descending on Lansing are upset with the governor's executive orders that have forced many businesses to close. Political reporter Rick Albin kicks off our team coverage from Lansing right now. Rick?
Well, Emily, there are a lot of cars, as you can tell, and they have been here since very early this morning. By 11 o'clock this morning, the place was filled. All these lanes were filled with cars. I've seen no police presence to move them along. All of this in response to the governor's orders for people to stay at home.
Some have decided that what has been taken away from them makes protest worth it, like this surfer in Southern California.
I am out here protesting the fact that I cannot get in the water by myself, stay away from people, enjoy the ocean, surf, dive, and swim. No, I can't go catch a wave. No, that's illegal. I will get a $1,000 fine or...
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Racha Kodash, a double honors to your apostles and elders, salutation to your Akim, that's pushing his truth and his sincerity. And truth and his sincerity, Salakia. But yeah, ain't too much that needs to be said. You know, Esau is capstone in his enterprise. This ain't just exclusive to America. This is the whole world. And what does the scripture say? You know, Revelations 12:12, which in fact, let's just go ahead and get that one real quick. All right, Revelations 12:12. Okay, because a lot of you people think these Edomites, these so-called white people, aren't the devil. All right, and they're going to prove to you they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so woe to the world. All right, woe to the world. Okay, because this is a global agenda. The New World Order is a global agenda, and the scriptures talk about the hour of temptation. Okay, which is going to try every man. All right, now what's happening is, of course, nobody's going to be able to fight against the beast. Nobody is going to be able to fight against the power structure. All right, they're going to have their way. Okay, because they have the power to do so. All right, and all these efforts of protesting, protest if you want. Go ahead, right ahead. Go right ahead and protest. All right, but it's going to lead to absolutely nothing. They're going to strong arm, as I say, strong arm and bogart their way to capstoning their enterprise, you know. And so these are the times we live in, man. Jacob's trouble, also to add. But let's go ahead and get precept I was thinking about, Salakia, the hour of temptation. Okay, because that hour of temptation is drawing nigh. All right, and Esau is already pretty much set up what he wanted to do. You know, he has the laws in place, the regulations in place. Okay. And another thing to note, this is the end of this age. Okay, which is another. That is a good thing. You know, we got to take the good with the bad. The bad part of it, well, it's not too much bad, but we're being tried. But we're going to be tried at the highest level. All right. And Lord willing, the Spirit is with his elect. Okay. Which it will be. So, but Revelations 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, and this is for you, Jakes, you Israelites, man, that's doing his work, and that the Lord has chosen, okay, the elect. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right? And the hour is temptation. Okay, that's when all men are going to be tried. Okay, Esau is pretty much procuring or setting his chosen apart, those that take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, which is all this is. That's what all this is for. They take away these citizens' rights, they force vaccinate them, and ultimately they introduce the digital currency. All right, which is going to be which the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification, is going to be the centerpiece of the whole structure. All right, the whole financial structure. And that's the hour of temptation, where people are being forced against their will to force to worship the beast, the image of the beast. All right, and ultimately take the mark of the beast. All right, which is the RFID chip. So, or the near frequency, the NFC. All right, I forget exactly what it's called over there in Europe, but NFC is something to that extent. All right. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So everybody is going to be tried. Every man, woman, and child. All right. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take that crown. And this is talking about this truth. All right. We have to hold this fast because, prepping ain't going to get it. Ain't going to get it. Planning, having a bug out bag and all of that, trying to escape from the troops, that ain't gonna get it. All right. Because, Esau is pretty much, he knows exactly how he's gonna, he has a foolproof plan. All right. Okay. And I just wanted to make just do a quick hit, man, because it's pretty much, it's self-explanatory. These things that's happening, these things that's being set up, were planned. All right. Here, it's for you dumb Americans. All right. HR 347, Federal Restricted Buildings Grounds Improvement Act of 2011. All right. Which they ratified this from 2001 Patriot Act. A lot of executive orders that were passed within the last 20 years that made you, these citizens made you Jake's enemies to the state, enemy combatants. I don't know all of the regulations that they passed, but this is one of them. This is talking about federal buildings. All right, the federal. Let's go into the whole thing. So Salaki. Bear with me. I'm not trying to make this long, but it says the Federal Restricted Buildings and Grounds Improvement Act of 2011, also known as HR 347, is a federal law in the United States allowing the Secret Service extra jurisdiction to make arrests and suppress protests in cases of trespass on restricted locations and intentional disruption of government functions. All right, and these people are, pretty much disrupting. All right, and now, they also had that law where you don't get due process, so they can lock you up as long as they want. They can take you to a black site. You can't get a lawyer. You won't be able to see a judge for months, and that's the case with certain instances that actually already happened. Okay, where guys were disrupting, I guess you could say, creating this social rebellion. That's what they're gonna call it, through social media, So it's pretty much straight to the point, HR 347 is a revision to Section 1752 of Title 18 U.S. Code, introduced by Representative Thomas Rooney, FL16. It makes punishable by up to 10 years jail time or fine any person who does or conspires to enter any restricted building or grounds or within certain proximity without lawful authority to do so, attempting to disrupt the orderly conduct of government business. All right, and for the most part, it's shut down. Global. Well, it is a global shutdown, but America's pretty much shut down. Due to the COVID-19 scare, I guess you could say. Because they're using this pandemic to bring in, these draconian laws, so they can take people's rights away. It's clear as day, man. It's clear as day. All right. But ultimately, this is leading to the chip. Okay. It says it defines restricted building or grounds in which all things are owned by the federal government. All right. They pretty much confiscated everything. All right. In America. Okay. I think if you look up Agenda 21, it tells you they confiscated everything. So pretty much everything is federal, owned by the federal government. All right, and they get to choose whether or not you're trespassing or not. Okay, according to how whatever they see fit. Now that guy in Texas, the officer in Texas says your rights has been suspended. What is a U.S. citizen? So you can't do anything outside of the confines of what the government is telling you, you know. And so that is the new vibration, I guess you can say. That is the new way this world is going to be ran. Totalitarianism, you know. It's total control by the powers that be. All right. Why? Ultimately, because, you know, Esau is the devil. All right. And like we already said, we've been saying that they are, you know, going to force everybody to take that chip, because ultimately that's what it's leading to. All right. So let me get Revelation 6 and 4, because there's a lot of things that's going to be generated. All right, more to come. There's more things to come, and just you wait. Grid shutoffs, entire grid shutoffs, food shortages, and the scriptures tell you these things are coming. You know, people are going to be dying in large numbers. You know, 1,000 here, 10,000 there. You know, and that's what they have planned. Complete chaos, complete total chaos. All right, Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red. All right, and that red horse, the horse represents power, and the red represents Edom. All right, because when you go into the word Edom, the Hebrew word for Edom is Adawam, which means red. Okay, and power was given to him that sat thereon. All right, to take peace from the earth. So the power was given to him to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. All right. And that's what Esau has. He has that great sword. And that sword is an instrument of desolation, instrument of destruction. Whether it be knife, gun, sword, it doesn't matter. You know, the sword is an instrument of death, an instrument of killing. All right. And that is what Esau has as his tool, one of his main tools. All right, also his technology. All right, so before I lose my train of thought, Salakia, war with the beast, because nobody, no matter who, you know, because Esau is divided, and no matter who's trying to go after the elite syndicate, the elite shadow government, whatever the hell you want to call them, the deep state, whatever, that's what they're calling them now. They're gonna get ran through, man. There's nothing you can do, because the Lord has given them power to do so. Well, why? Because ultimately He has a purpose for them at the end. All right, He has a purpose for them doing what they're doing in the earth now. All right, because the scriptures talk about mass deaths. According to according to 2 Ezra 16, the 16th chapter. All right. All right, this is Revelation 13. All right, and there's some history here, but I want to get to the point. Revelation 13 and 4, and they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. All right, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? All right, now the dragon represents the Roman Empire. All right, and the beast represents the EU. All right, and NATO. Okay, the world conglomerate, world military. All right, and they pretty much have their hand in everything. Okay, but but America is the whore that rideth the beast. You see, and so they pretty much go hand in hand. All right, working together. All right, it's the power structure of Esau, so-called white man. All right, it says, saying, who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? Nobody. All right. Now it's been exposed that Esau, you know, that deep state is full of Satanists, full of people that traffic children, sacrifice children, eat children, drink children's blood, and all this other stuff. All right. And these are the wicked elite. Okay, hell, they're going to come after us as well, because, hey, we know exactly what's going on, and we can pretty much give you play-by-play only through, you know, referencing the scriptures. All right, but the point here is that who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Nobody. All right, except for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakodash. All right, whom the world calls Jesus Christ. Okay, nobody's able to make war with him, war with the beast. All right, except for the Lord. And here we go. This is 1 John 3:8. He that committed sin is of the devil. All right, and what does this power structure push? They push the transgression of the law. They push the abominable things. They set folly is set in great dignity within this society. So evil and abominations is extolled to the highest degree. All right. It says, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. All right. And devil meaning deceiver. All right. It says, for this purpose, the Son of the Most High was manifested. All right. So the Lord was manifested. Okay, the Son of God, which is Yahweh Shai, okay, was manifested that he might destroy the works of the devil. See, and so he's going to be the one to ultimately destroy Esau, Edom. Okay, he's the one that's going to be given the glory and the power, the majesty to take pretty much these leaders down, according to Revelations 19, the 19th chapter. Now, the point of this lesson and the point of those videos was just to basically show you that they mobilizing in this. It's a global effort to capstone the New World Order enterprise. But ultimately, and also, the rights of the citizens. People really have no rights, and people don't really understand. It's like being shot in the head and not knowing you dead yet, and that is the effect that these people have, and they're supposed to be protesting this week here in Milwaukee, and now, nothing might not happen, but in the future, things are going to get drastically worse. And by that, I mean, things are going to get tighter. The government is going to get tighter. Things, and if they're using this, which we know they're using COVID-19 to push that New World Order, it's time. In the Salakia, Revelations 12:12, supposed to mention that, they know that they have a short time. They know that their empire is on the way out. So they're fighting tooth and nail for their existence. You see, Esau is fighting for his existence. Okay? And they know the Lord is coming at the very top. All right? So, Salakia, Revelations 19:11, it says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire. All right? So the Lord is coming to make war. Okay? Why? Because you have this evil, these evil Edomites at the very top of society. As the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So Yahweh Shai is coming back to reclaim it, to take it away from the wicked. All right? He's coming to take it away from the devil. All right? This is why he was manifested in the first place, to blot out evil, to blot out and get rid of death. All right? To get rid of all these things. All right? So Salaki, it says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Why? Because he's going to take the rulership out of everyone's hand, so to speak. All right? And it says there were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. Now, all right, that vesture dipped in blood, that means that's going to be, the death toll is going to be innumerable. All right. Okay. And guess what? He's coming with an army. All right. I'm going to read to verse 14. It says, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Now, I may mention that Esau is not giving up his kingdom easy. He's going to fight tooth and nail. But that's for a different lesson, because Yahushua is coming back, but that's not without resistance. Esau is going to resist the Lord by trying to fight against him. All right, like I said, that's another lesson. All right, but you know, the point here, you know, is almost made. Got to get Revelations 13. Okay, Revelations 13, and I'll start 15. All right, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, now the image is pretty much the social standard, the philosophy, all right, the marriage that these people go by, all right, that Esau goes by, all right, the power structure, all right, and you know, he's given life unto the beast because what? Now this technology is it actually is alive, you know. All right, everywhere you go, you're being tracked. Everything you're doing, you're being monitored. You know, they're watching over everything as if they were God. Okay, so they're giving life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, because this is what it's leading to. Ultimately, everything that we're seeing is COVID-19 scare or whatever, and it's real. All right, it's real. The plagues are real. Okay, regardless of what people are saying, whether they're generated by electromagnetic waves or whatever the case may be, or frequencies, whatever, they're still plagues, man. All right. Okay, so it says it calls many that would not slack. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark goes into incision. All right, that mark goes into a pill, a stake, something that's going to be inserted. All right, charagma, charax, just some of the root words for the word mark. All right, and so everybody, no matter what, man, woman, child, are going to be forced to either take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, or they're going to be put to death. If they don't worship this society, if they're not joining in with the festivities or consenting unto this new way of life, this new world order, all right, they're going to be put to death. All right, excommunicated, put to death, however you want to say it, locked up. They're going to, have to conform or either die or be locked up, whatever the case may be. Whatever Esau has planned, all right, which we know what he has planned, guillotines and all these other things. But, this is that hour of temptation. All right, this is that hour of temptation. And it's you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans' trouble. All right, this ain't just happening for no reason. All right, but it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. All right, so you're not going to be able to move around, do anything in this society. You're not going to be able to buy. You're not going to be able to sell any of your products without this mark, because everything is going to be monitored. That's why the government is taking over in such a fashion that they're taking over. Everything is taken over. All these stores are shut down. All these CEOs are stepping down. Why? Because now it's a global order. All right, we're in it. We're in it. All right, all Esau needs to do is for people to start doing more protesting, start rebelling more, so he can justify the means of putting military on the street. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of the name. Here's wisdom, that him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, which is Esau, and his number is 636. All right, which we know that is his UPC code. Universal Product Code, which you see, you know, everybody, if you scan anything, the barcode, all right, every product has a barcode, so Slakia, all right, okay, and like I said, I can't say, you know, I can't give you all a bad without any good. So this is Jeremiah 30, the 7 that lasts for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who? The elect. The elect shall be saved out of it, because according to scripture, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be cut off and die, and 1/3 of the elect are going to be brought through the fire, and Lord willing, we be of that number. All right. For it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. And I honestly believe that the Lord is going to take the fear out of our hearts from our enemies, and he's going to loose that bond. He's going to loose those shackles that we have on our minds from this devil. All right. And we're going to completely defy him and not be afraid when we're doing it. Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, you know. It says, but they shall serve the Lord, and I don't mean that privately. So Slakia, it says, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. All right, and that's what it is, man. You know, and we believe that King David is going to be raised up again. All right, yeah, man. Which is your pot, man. And it's going to be some things that's going to take place in these times that we're not going to be able to explain. But what was promised, man? The Lord promised these things. He said, things that are written, or the things that go forth from out of his mouth shall not return unto him void. And the Lord is faithful and true. So the Lord believes in what he says, and what he says comes to pass. All right. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. And this is what this truly is all about, fearing the name of the Lord, because he's once again going to bring his name, and he's going to bring the evil syndicate of Esau down, the evil rulership of these so-called white people, these devils, these Edomites. All right, first and foremost, Edomites. Okay, let's make that clear. These are Edomites, Adawam, the red man. All right, and he's gonna get rid of him out of existence. He's gonna take down his, you know, his tyrannical power structure. All right, so Salak, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, says Yahweh. All right? And that's what's going to happen, man. All right? The Lord is going to protect us, okay? And he's going to send angels to protect us, okay? Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall, what time? This time, all right? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. So he stands for the children of the Lord's people, okay, which you Israelites, you elect, all right, you that believe, you that were bidden to the marriage, you that were called, and constantly and faithfully trusting the Lord, and turn away from what we've been bred to do in this society, which is all manner of wickedness. You know, the Lord is going to fight for us, man. You know, he's going to set a mark upon us, all right, which is different from the mark in Revelations 13 and 16. But this mark is a mark of exemption, all right? So, Slakia, I'll finish. It says, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, which we see in is manifesting, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book, and Lord willing, be written in the book, you know. And like I said, I don't want it to be long, but of course, it's the spirit. I really didn't have anything written down, just went in the spirit. But yeah, man, we live in that time. All right, we live in that time. There ain't no more, you know, saying this is coming. You know, this is here. It is here. All right, and Lord willing, you know, you brothers, man, you know, have that shield of faith. You know, putting on the whole armor of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and increasing in faith, man, because that's the main thing, man. Increasing in faith, okay? Increasing in faith, man, because either these times are gonna push you to have more faith, or they're gonna push you to your own devices. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom.